Alright guys, I'm just here on, I'm gonna do some overpassing cache, like tips, little tricks that you can do. Some smokes, I know some smokes on overpass and some on cache that can maybe make pushing onto sites a little bit easier. So, a lot of you might know this one, if you just run against that. As a T you'd be pushing out here, and that'll make it easier for highway to be smoked off. There's usually a guy playing here or here. There's usually one guy on the site. It could either be here, here, or he'll be playing this spot. These are the three main kind of places he would be. There'll be another guy either here looking at Squeaky because you will have main here, or he'll be playing forklift where he can kind of look at both. So this smoke here kind of stops him from killing Squeaky guy. But he could either come this way, he'd run, try and get a main and peek here, but that's when you, as a guy playing Squeaky, would see this smoke top and you'd be looking at forklift here. Or as that smoked, a lot of people who play toxic here, they'll see the smoke top, instead of going to forklift, they'll go up this ladder to try and peek both, just above their position. But when I'm playing, I usually play Squeaky. When I'm playing here, if I'm looking at forklift here, no one peeks for a while, like say about five seconds, no one's peeking, you just have a little quick look, just in case. If he's in none of those spots, you know he's pushed onto site, so there might be two on site. These people I mean would be pushing out when this is smoked. They'll be pushing out, there'll be some going here to peek if the guy's still forklift. Or you'll have the couple that'll be running up here trying to get on site. While they are clearing forklift and there's still people I mean coming to go into the site, if you line yourself up here as the Squeaky player, just line up like this wall with that line, and there's this little white, like, oh, if you just line it up there, just throw a couple flashes, that'll flash sight. Can you see? So there'll be a guy, if there's a guy here, he's flashed. If there's a guy here playing close, he's flashed. And the only person you'd have to really worry about is the guy who plays here, which is, it is unlikely but can happen, so you still have to check it, or here. You might see the flash come in and look away. But that will, say if there's the guy from forklifts left and he's on side, that'll flash him, and then you just have to worry about just one person because the other guy will be flashed. Also, as a CT, or even as a T, say if you've planted the bomb and there might be a guy highway or coming car, a lot of people come here and them like peeking, but a lot of the times you will die because if a guy's coming here, this will be the first places he checks. And if you come here, if you're a CT and you peek and there's a guy peeking instead there, you're just going to shoot. So that's not the best idea. I found this little flash, if you just line up here, just stand in the middle, just you could kind of like pop it over. See? But as you can see, this is like, you can bounce it there and it'll go over there. So you need to be careful that you just get it perfect. Off that completely. That's it. So you go push up against this. You see there's this line here. Just go to like the second one down. And look, it bounces. And this would be where the flash lands. Just here. Just there. And see? There's a CT pushing on, that'll flash. And you'll be able to peek, because a lot of people will use this wall and pop it over. But obviously look at that big arch. If you're coming up on here and you see a flashbang coming all over here, it pops here. So you have this whole time of the flash is visible to turn around, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have the reaction times to turn around to time. So to get it, you crouch here, just crouch, pop it, and that'll bounce. So he won't see it, but there's a guy pushing on here. The red square is where the flashbang would be visible from. So you'd hear it, but you wouldn't be able to see it, and it'll just pop, and you'd be blind. So, some mid smokes. Many might know. If you just come here. This, can you see this? That like, little grey line, like that's it there. But over here, if you just line up with that, smoke. That's right side smoke. So that's right up there. Won't be able to see. And to smoke the other side, oh, it's the same line, everything. And that'll smoke left side. That means people or vents and push on. Also another smoke which is good would be, these are the last two smokes that I really know. There'd be a guy pushing on here, he'll smoke CT. Everyone knows that smoke. Well, if you don't, you try and get it a bit higher so it'll go a bit further inwards. And there'll be a guy playing here. Usually, or it'll be on the site, which site's easy to pop flash in through that window. But if there's a guy playing headshot, it's really hard to see a little head out there. Like everyone's had before, pushing on to B and his head's there. So I found there's a T. If you just come here, line up, tap forward. So he's smoked off, and he'd have to crouch to see. But can you see how his vision's still quite blurred? And he'd have to come all into the open here to be visible. But as this side, look how clear you'd see his legs. From far away, you'd see his legs, and you'd just be able to straight down. Also, to give, once you've thrown that smoke, you just line up there with that line, tap forward. Then you'd like to obviously pop flash in. That'll flash there. So even a person here, if a person's playing here, wouldn't see that flash, but it'd pop right in his face. So that'd be the guy on site flash as well. While this is here, and obviously once that's smoked, you could run on here, throw one up there, and you're on the site. Usually, it's quite rare, but there would be the guy playing checkers, but he will peek into here. It's very rare that he'll just hide and let the bomb site be took. He could if he's smart, but not many people do. It's when it's just a pug. So yeah, that's the most useful flashes and stuff I know. Also, if you want to flash when you're pushing it on A, you're on coming out, and you'd come to forklift, but this guy has the advantage because he can see you with all these like these four little like the roof, but it's hard to see him because you just see his head. So the best thing to do is before pushing on, you'd flash twice, and those flashes will blind a person here. The second one not so much, but you see what I mean. Also a nice little nice little tip is from here in Squeaky you can spam there. Also you can spam through this wall here as well. So onto the catwalk, but it works both ways. So if you're on here and you can see a guy squeaking, he goes to this wall, just spam him. And obviously everyone knows the one. If you have an ore, shoot through this wall. Also, another way to get the guy forklift is this wall. You can't spam through it, right? But can you see this line? If you just line yourself up with a corner, you can. So if a guy stood here, the bullets are going to be bouncing off his head. So that's the main things that I really know that could help you with cash. There's obviously more smokes, like there's loads of smokes that you can do from here, but that's a lot of scrim. Like you do those in scrims, like in a pub when it's just you and you're playing with randoms. These are just little things that will make it easier for as a random to play. So that's I know some little quick smokes and stuff on Overpass. I haven't done them in a while, so might need a couple tries. So Overpass is a hard map to know, especially now that it's changed and a lot of the smokes and stuff have changed. Right.
Together we can do this.
So the main of these videos I'm going to show you is a lot of just T-side stuff. Okay, man. A lot of the T-side stuff that will help you have a better T-side. So that's MP round time 60. Let's restart the match. I always prefer the AKs because it's easier to show. So as a CT, it's hard. It's safe they're rushing B. The T's can get there faster than you if they have the spawn for it. 1 second. So the one thing that's really good is if you just come here. Can you see this? There's like this little bit that sticks out. You can see it just here. If you get there and you just kind of just come down a little bit and spawn. Obviously you can do it faster. I was just demonstrating. You just come here, that, and look. That's smoked completely. So they come into, if they're rushing on an eco, you know, they've smoked. And there's another smoke if you want to, because a lot of people, I like to, when I'm playing B, if I know they haven't got a full buy, I like to pop flash off there, and this will flash everything down here, and then I like to smoke that off. Then all I've got to worry about is this. But there's something faster. If you want to come here, there's windows there. Just throw a smoke, and that'll go right there. Let's get the smoke. Trajectory. Oh. Oh god, the new keyboard. So yeah, so you can see it. So you kind of like the door kind of hooks you on. Can you see? And there's this window here to there, and you just throw. You don't have to move forward. You just throw. That kind of mess up. That's ridiculous. There you go. And obviously, as a T, if you push through that smoke, because everyone knows the, if you just do this, and you can push through, and that's, because it's through the water, you can't see it, look. You can't see the flashbang. So if you push through there, now you kind of, you only get on the side, but coming on shore, you've got barrels to look at, headshot, and you've got all this. Because you'd want at least 2 guys here to kind of worry about. They'll obviously peek this and headshot. So what I like to do is stand here, line yourself up with the door. Can you see this little wire? And this wall, once this wall goes, like, comes up to here, that's when you throw the smoke. Like that. And that will completely smoke a footpath. And there's another smoke. Obviously you'd need 2 people, because you don't have 2 smokes. Can you, there's like a little cylinder thing here. You'd want to bounce off. it'll come back to you. Just how the smokes work on CS. So if you want to just throw smoke against that, and you'll have an easier time jumping through here. Just come a bit more to the right. Now leave the smoke left. Then that means you can come onto the site. You still might want to throw a couple flashbangs like against that, so it bounces off the wall. Because if you've smoked here, the guy who would be playing here, through there, he might come over here to try and peek and headshot you, which that flash would just blind him completely. Also, holding as a CT, you can head glitch this. If they come like here, you can't see them. I like to crouch and you can actually land on this. So you jump and then push forward, and you can actually land on here, so you can see everyone's head. See, it's just perfect. And you can see on, and then you can drop down, and you can peek. That. Everyone knows this boost. You can get someone to boost on there. This flash over for a team if you want to push over here. Also, a lot of these smokes. Let me see if I can line this up. For A, this smoke, and can you see this little line here? Just, I line up the corners of my crosshair, throw, and that will smoke that. Also, another one, I just like to line up here, which is that, and walk forward. So you line it up just with this sign, just above the B, walk, throw. It kind of like glitches it glitches onto like this little railing, and it stops it from bouncing all the way back out. Yeah, that's the main smokes really for Overpass, and this is the things that I've learnt. And everyone knows, well, not everyone, this box is placed, it's changed now. It used to be placed perfectly so you can flash car, truck and so on, but as here, if you bounce, you can bounce it over and blind this guy here. Or see, I don't even know if you can flash against that. Can you see what I mean? You can kind of use this box as an advantage. It's more for CT side this box is now. Like obviously if there's a guy playing here, bounce it, and you can flash people who are there. Also as a T, if you're here you can bounce it off that. And if you're this close anyway, you can just jump over. That's probably messed up. Jump over, throw the smoke there. So yeah, that's the main little quick tips. I'm gonna keep working on smokes, little flashes that'll be useful. Oh, one more thing. There's a flash here. If you're rotating from B because you know it's A, this you don't have to jump on. You can just walk up. And if you just stand behind here, just pop a flash over there. You can do it higher as well. I like to do it against this little dot, and then you can peek, because look how high they pop. Not many people will be looking up there. Do you know what I mean? Like it's very rare that your eye would catch that little flash grenade, because look how small it is from far. Can you see what I mean? So that's a good flash if you want to push up on this site. Also, you can actually double boost over this, so if the guy sits there, you jump on his head, and you can see like this. You can use it. It's a really good shot, but it's rare that two people are going to be waiting behind there while they're pushing on site anyway. So yeah, that's the main things that I really know. There's also a flash if you're coming on here, if you want to just pop a flash around there. Yeah, that's, or you can do that with a smoke if you're committed to going B. Everyone knows this is spammable, but there's some good spots. Like If you stand on here, look, there's the pillar that you would see. So if you line that up, the guy would probably be peeking there or there. Can you see what I mean? If he's here, spamming through, that's going to headshot him. If he's here, that's going to headshot him. So yeah, that's the main things that I know really. If you're peeking as a CT, if you want to peek lower tunnel, you can throw a flash over. You see? It should blind them. You should throw it kind of lower. Because you can get caught up on there. But there'll be an AWP here. And that flashes the game perfectly. So yeah, that's the main things that I know really. There's this smoke here. If you there's that. If you hold the two mouse buttons in, you'll do a half throw. You know what I mean. If you don't know that, there's if you could see my left hand, this is me holding the left button. Obviously I'm going to throw smoke far, hold both of them, I'll do a little throw, and obviously everyone knows the underhand throw when you just press the right mouse. So yeah, that's it. If you want me to do any other maps, just say. I can find more smokes. Just I've been mainly doing things for solo queuing. I could show you all the smokes for as like if you're a scrim team, but they've already been done a load on YouTube. So I'm just showing you little things that I find useful when I'm playing as a solo queue.